Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Taskmaster Tuesday for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Today we're building a ship for the Spanish Navy, or rather a line of new battleships. The year is 1899 and Spain just lost the Spanish-American War. After the defeat, the Spanish government has lost some faith in its indigenous shipyards and is looking for new ships abroad. You are one of the foreign bidders for a new fleet of all-purpose ships for the Spanish Navy. You're taking on the role of a foreign shipyard of your choosing, except American, because they just lost to them, and have to design a class of ships able to take on every possible enemy aside from the largest enemy battleship. To win the contract, you have to prove the capabilities of your ships in a wargame against the German Navy, made up of slightly older ships of all available ship classes. Now, I had to slightly amend that. This is, by the way, what Roundbased sent in. As an exception to the usual, let's say, scenario-less Taskmaster battles. Because battle cruisers do not exist in 1890. Neither do destroyers, because that was the era of the torpedo boats. So we will be taking on 3 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, and 4 torpedo boats. Now there are some design requirements. The maximum ship length is 333 feet. The maximum gun caliber is 12 inches. Also, your ships have to be able to travel across the world to prove Spain's might, and therefore have to have very long range. That's going to make it a bit more difficult. The winner will be determined by the total price of the fleet, which has to have at least 3 ships, but maybe as large as you deem appropriate. Every ship you lose during the engagement will count twice for the bid. So, I get to use at least 3 ships. If I lose a ship, I'm sort of penalized by that because it's not a really good show for my design. And it means that the price of that ship gets doubled. So whoever can present a new ship for the Spanish Empire gets, or at the lowest price that is, gets the winner, or gets to be the winner this time around. Considering that I'm not an indigenous designer, I'm not going to be the Spanish. Let's go with the French. I imagine that the French would want to enter into a bid like this. Now they have 3 battleships, I have 3 battleships. Considering that my battleships have to have that very long range, and that we don't have geared steam turbines yet, I'm going to go with 5 battleships. It might impact my ability to win this week, but at the same time, I have to do something to counteract the amount of ships that they have. I'm going to go with quite a lot of casemates, hopefully, and that way shoot away the torpedo boats, the light cruisers, engage the main batteries against their battleships and heavy cruisers, and present my design to the Spanish. So, let's get to designing. We have the Battleship 2 with the Battleship 1. The Battleship 2 is fine. Ship length maximum 333 feet. I'm already 456 feet long? Shit. Current 407. I have to be a Battleship 1. Oh no. 361? How small do you want this thing? 312? Oh no. 361. I guess we're just gonna jump right down to the smaller ship design. There. Oh, good lord. This thing is gonna be a disaster to work with. Length 312 feet and 7 inches. So that is under the maximum ship length of 333 feet. Lovely. Also, your ships have to be able to travel around the world to prove Spain's might, and therefore have to have very long range. Just look at what that does with the displacement. That's a flat out 800 tons of displacement that we have there. This is going to be problematic. Let's reduce speed. I might have to travel around the world, but I'm not going to get there quickly, wherever there is. 17 knots speed. Let's boost armor, although that does come at the price of the ship. Steam expansion engine. Coal. This is such a small hull. I've seen destroyers larger than that. A light cruiser in 1940 it goes up to 10,000 tons. So that's just going to show exactly how much, let's say, inflation of sorts you have in what is considered a battleship and what is considered a light cruiser. Now, I was kind of hoping to get the French hotel hull in a way, so that I have all of those casemates, but this is rather underwhelming, because I can I can only have 3-inch casemates. Oh no. This hull does not support anything larger than that. Oh crap. Okay. Auxiliary engines haven't been invented yet. Improved propeller shafts not designed here. Anti-torpedo blister. Sure, if I can muster it. Let's go for reinforced bulkheads, because I'd rather not have the ship burn down. And considering I don't have an auxiliary engine, I will have to use that to sort of counteract the fires. Anti-flooding. Better water pumping capabilities. Main guns. No bigger than 12-inch. It's all Mark IIs. Secondary guns. Where do you even see me putting a secondary gun? Here, a 5-inch. Uh-huh. And over there as well. Oh, that's not a bad spot. Okay, so main guns. Accuracy is going to be disastrous regardless of what I pick. Reload time 51 seconds, reload time 58 seconds. Accuracy here is slightly better. 5,000 meter range, 3.1. 5,000 meter range, 4.4. So let's go with 12-inch dual... Holy shit. There goes the displacement. I don't even have a funnel yet. Yeah, we're not going to go with 12-inch. It's too big and, more importantly, too heavy. It's going to be an 11-inch gun. Dual battle. We have a pretty terrible aft weight offset that I seemingly cannot fix. Were these ships just a disaster to work with? Oh, I have more casemate slots. Excellent. I would also really appreciate having at least some sort of 5 or 4-inch secondary to deal with the smaller ships. Oh. Slow it down. 16 knots. This thing is going to have a ridiculously good turning circle. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Also, I don't even have a rangefinder yet. Long range gun accuracy. 10% of nothing is still nothing, right? So let's not do that. 10% or 50% gun aiming speed is useful. And gun base accuracy? Yes, please, I'll take whatever I can get. Ballistite. Better muzzle velocity, less flash fire chance. Shell cost plus 110%. Gun cotton. Looking at flash fire chance here. This is a plus 20% ammo detonation chance, and this one only has a 2.5%. I'll take ballistite, because I hope that it might be somewhat safer. Engine efficiency, a whole 43%. Look at you go. There we are, 100%. Turning circle, what, 300 meters? Yeah. 300 meter turning circle. Oh no. And this is the Jaurès Guibéry. I'm not even sure what that means, but sure. We'll run with it. Armor belt, I'm going to keep this exactly as is. Actually, no, I have some displacement to work with. How would I operate the ship? Probably bow in, but that only gives me one 11-inch gun. So that would mean I have to build up more belt extended armor. Conning tower, turret armor. How much can you pen? 5,000 meter range. 14 inches of armor? Effectively, I have 17 inches of armor at 5,000 meter range. I'm not particularly concerned about flash fires or ammo explosions, so I guess I can muster a bit more armor on the belt. Right. Or not. Can I make this thing one touch bigger? Like 700 and... Nope. I really was using the smallest chip possible. 730. Okay. This is going to be the voyage of the Jaurès-Guibéry. A French submission to the Spanish design program. Here we go. Judging by this lineup, the Germans did not hold back in their designs. They have some pretty large battleships. Considering that they have a slight tech advantage of 9 years, but substantially more numbers, this is going to be an interesting fight. I hope. Alright, battleships. Jean-Bart, Danton, Terrible, Gaulois. And for some reason, the Jaurès-Guibéry is isolated. Please join the rest of the fleet. Enemy fleet spotted to the north. I want the Jean-Bart as a group leader to go to half speed. Hopefully allowing this terribly slow Dreadnought to catch up. I'm not going to engage yet. I first want to have all my ships together. These things are so old. Like, when people play Battleship, you know, the game where you have to guess where people's ships are, this is the design that you normally see. That's a very, very old design. And sure enough, it's a battleship. I'll give it that. The ship outline over here doesn't look quite right. Is it normal that we have this top profile? I don't think so. It doesn't feel familiar. Enemy smoke spot up north. Yes, understood. But I have to wait for the Jaurès. Nine knots. Okay. The Jaurès is still running at full speed. I might have to go with 2 divisions because I can then have a bit more control over the enemy. Oh, contact. Hello. What is this German contraption? You put a turret under the walkway between the main and the secondary tower? I didn't even know you could do that. Those look like monitor turrets. Interesting hull design. We're just going to ignore the fact that half the ship is submerged. Because why would we take that seriously? Considering the angle, I think it's time to start turning in. And also considering the angle of their ship, let's have the whole group go for high explosive. Because this thing is certainly very well angled and cannot be penetrated with armor piercing. At least, I would be very surprised if we could. We've spotted all their warships. Oh, by the way, I should note what the cost of these ships is. 5.8 million. That's times 5. So I have a pretty hefty 29 million total cost. But that's if I keep all of these things alive. If some of them die, I get to do the math all over again, and it's not going to get any better. The Spanish want a cost-effective navy, and that makes sense. But whether we can take on these things, I don't know. We'll just have to hope that we get a good penetrative hit somewhere below the waterline, and thereby causing some flooding. Because I might have problems with bulkheads, but so do they. What concerns me, by the way, is that the battleship is spotted at 5 kilometers. that usually means that smaller ships are even closer without you knowing. The good news is, their torpedo range is terrible. It's usually about half a kilometer, if they can even make that. So I don't have to worry about torpedoes just popping up out of nowhere, because I would see those. There we go. We got the German Hildebrand. 12-inch guns, 10-inch gun, 5-inch secondaries, and 2-inch secondaries. We have damaged them slightly. Oh shit. The one hit that you took to the bow belt extended and you started flooding, and it's not looking pretty. Now I get, by the way, why the ship schematic confused me. Because these things are a bit sleeker. They're not as tall, or at least their image is compressed. And you got the side profile and the top profile. These things are so bulky? Stub-nosed? I'm not even sure what the right term is for this. But they are so... maybe squat. Maybe squat's the right word. They're so squat that they're pretty tall. And because of that, the images overlap. Now, let's see if I can detach the Jean Bart and have her fall back, while the rest of the division tries to deal with the rest of the battleships. We have caused some flooding on their ship. And with the shells that we have going in, we might accidentally hit one of their other ships here. Hildebrand holding at 59% buoyancy. Not as bad as the Jean Bart, which is all but dead in the water. Supposedly? Ah, there we go. We got movement. I need you to slow down even more and commence your turn. Danton, we're going to have to try and pass the Jean Bart without inflicting further damage to her. Oh, by the way, she's resurfacing the ship. Her buoyancy is climbing. The Hildebrand cannot say the same. Wow. We got some properly motivated French sailors here, because the Jean Bart is back to 95... yeah, 96, 97, 99, 100% buoyancy. Wow. That is really impressive considering the level of damage that I took. I thought that that was it for the Jean Bart. But she survived. And we also got the Mecklenburg and the Markgraf coming in. The light cruiser Niobe has also taken a pretty substantial amount of damage, actually. Oh, that's one light cruiser gone. Extensive fire? You're gonna have to tell me what did that. Because I hit you twice with a 3-inch gun. And you burned down? What? Did the fire spread that quickly? Without a flash fire or an ammo detonation? Okay, I'll take it. Terrible. Might be your turn to disengage now. We have the Terrible detach. And the Jean Bart might be able to rejoin the formation. Come on, please finish off the Hildebrand, because she's still starting, or she's still flooding. And I don't want her to be able to cancel that flooding, much like the other ships are. Terrible is working on killing off the flooding. Well done, that. Rejoin the battleships. What I don't quite know yet is where their torpedo boats are. Hildebrand on fire. Oh, they're colliding. That is an excellent opportunity to accidentally do damage against the Markgraf. All ships. Target the stationary Hildebrand. 13% accuracy. There we go. Fire on the Markov. There's a light cruiser. Where are the torpedo boats? Fire. Flooding still, but seemingly under control. We're going to fire high explosive at this ship to kill their damage control abilities. Terrible can rejoin the group. She's flooding. 15%, 9%. Gone. Switching. No, actually, let's keep it at high explosive for a second. Let's keep doing damage. And try to knock out that main and secondary tower. Where the hell are the torpedo boats? Ah! There they are. Destroyed main gun? You did that with a secondary... No, sorry, with a high explosive shell? Okay. Are you that poorly armored? 9.2 inches on the turret, you're not that poorly armored. Huh. Here comes the torpedo boat. Why are you guys not using your main guns on the Margraf? Target Margraf, secondaries on the torpedo boat. The Niobe is not really that much of a threat right now. We also got the German German heavy cruisers Dessau and something else. 3,800 tons, minimum bulkheads, 8-inch guns, and torpedoes, but a range of 0.9. What's my chance to pen? 54. It's not bad. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy first. I don't have a full ID on him yet. But I'm suspecting that they're going to be dangerous at a range of about a kilometer. Fire and flooding. There we go. I have seen PT boats, torpedo boats, take an enormous amount of punishment and survive. So these things are not dead yet. They can play dead, as it were. They can play dead without actually being completely out of the fight. And switch the whole div back to auto. Pen chance is pretty bad though. There. Torpedo boat SD2. Range 0.9 kilometers. Armor piercing going in. Missing the Markov entirely. Chance to pen. Ooh, the Dessau is even posing a problem here. The Markgraf with her 11-inch guns has about as good a chance to pen me as I can pen it. If my gunners weren't cross-eyed, I would actually be able to hit the Markgraf. You know what? Train the main guns on that ship. High explosive. We're going to train the torpedo, or train the guns on the torpedo boat 3. And every once in 50 seconds, we can hopefully do enough damage to kill it. One good 12-inch hit should wipe it right out. Destroyed main gun on the Markgraf. Ow! Torpedo boat 2 is down. I hope the Danton can survive this flooding. So far, both Jean Bar and Terrible have survived it. That was an 11-inch hit to the torpedo boat, and it took it in stride, and it only put the bow on fire, but did very little else to that torpedo boat. That is interesting and scary. How well those things are capable of just tanking damage, if you will. Danton, detach from the div. Try not to die. Torpedo boat, 1,300 meters out. Danton, holding at 41%. Still flooding. I really don't want to lose one of those. 38%. Get rid of that torpedo boat, come on. Missed. Against a torpedo boat at 1 kilometer range, we have a 5.7% chance to hit it. That's pretty terrible. Come on. Keep pushing her. Danton holding at 38% buoyancy. I'll take it. Wait, what the fuck are you doing? Stupid division bug. Hard to port. Fire on the Mecklenburg. Both of you. Work with that thing. Torpedo boat eliminated. Unfortunately, there's still 2 more of those little things out there. Danton. Target that torpedo boat. I want you to target this one. Main guns on the heavy cruiser Rhineland. Jure Guibéry. Target that one. Main guns on the Rhineland. Let's see those 3-inch and 5-inchers work. I do like this 5-inch gun here on the stern, starboard side. It's like it's peeking over, like, hi. Can I join this fight? Please? Those 3-inch casemates do not look like comfortable working positions, though. Because if this thing catches a big wave, you're gonna be very wet. If not flat out drowned. S1 starting to flood. Light cruiser Niobe still burning. It seems like the fire is spreading. 4 sections. It was 5. It's like their damage control parties are just terrible. Danton is cancelling her flooding. Well done. Unfortunately, her rudder got hit. How are you guys doing? You alright? I want you to speed up and I want you to slow down. Otherwise, we're going to start firing at the same target. Secondaries on the S4. Before it poses an actual torpedo attack risk. Which will be soon, I'm afraid. I'm playing chicken here with flooding. It's either I flood them or they flood me. Either way, it's not going to end well. Terrible. Speed back up. Jean-Bart, current speed 13 knots. I'll take it. Chance to pen me. 41%. Chance to pen them. 54. I'll take those odds. No torpedo attack from the S4. Jure, can we get rid of this one, please? Danton that way. Gaulois that way. Flooding on the S1. Excellent. Fire on the S4. They still haven't made their attack. New target, Margraf. Closer ship, less angled. Or we could eliminate the Niobe. But I think the Niobe can only put me on fire. No, actually she might be able to do more than that. New target, the Niobe. The S1 seems to be struggling. They can normally do 24.5 knots, which is very quick. Very, very quick in 1890. Let's hope that that ends quickly. Terrible, join Jean-Bart, which is div 4. There. Secondaries on that. You guys trying to hug it out or what? Jure, starboard turn. I think we can do this at ×5 because there's Not much happening. Missing the Niobe again, but she's still burning. And because of that, she's still taking structural integrity damage. 30%. These things really don't have a lot of hit points. 29%. This thing is actually burning down. 28. S1. Down to 18% buoyancy. This is what I mean. These things can last. She's still flooding, but she's also getting rid of some of the water. And I mean, let me just pause this. This thing looks half flooded, half sunk. But somewhere, and I suspect it might be in the bow, they still have enough buoyancy to keep the ship afloat. How they do it, I don't know, but I could really use some of that on my more modern warships. Terrible is flooding. Again. More flooding? That should kill her. Ooh, that was violent. Yeah, that was an 11-inch hit for 496 damage. Oh, we're not going to run out of ammo anytime soon. You can still make 16 knots? No, you can make 12 knots. Gaulois, join the Jure Guibery. I just like saying that. There. We still have plenty of ammo. These ships can last for a while. Terrible is flooding, but seemingly sort of has it under control. She's not going to succumb to that. I just hope that I'm able to catch these things. I can, well, I can sort of catch the Margraf and the Mecklenburg because they're as fast as I am. The same cannot be said for the Dessau and the Rhineland because they are actually faster. There we are. Flooding. This thing is basically dead. There we go. Now the Dessau. Flooding. Just look at how quickly that goes. 70%, 60%. Holding at 60. She cancelled the flooding, but her whole stern's flooded. Chance to pen you, 37%. Chance to pen me, 22%. Better. Much better. 8-inch gun. Hits the bow deck extended. That's not too much of an issue. I am surprised, though, that it's bow deck extended. That means that the shells travel at a substantial arc. Huh. Danton survived. Oh, fuck me, there's still a torpedo boat out here. See, that's the problem. I can only see them at 3 kilometers out. That's how sneaky they are. Try to do damage before that thing manages to actually sneak up on me. Destroyed main tower. That's really beneficial in case you want to flood it. Or burn it down, because the damage control party is severely limited. We got a stern deck extended. You're lucky you're not flooding. Just lob high explosive at it. This thing is very quickly filling up. The torpedo boat in the distance. Excellent. Slow it down. And a slow ship is a crippled ship. And a crippled ship is soon a dead ship. Fire. They still have their main and secondary towers. So they still have somebody directing fire control. Or damage control parties. S4, however, does not. Still, that was another 127 damage from an 11-inch that somehow, with high explosive, over-penetrated the target. Danton range, 2.1, we're safe. Markgraf is now speeding towards the targets, which are the battleships. The S4 is gone. Excellent. Very good. Chance to pen me? 28%. I'm trying to keep the ship bow in to make the chance to pen me as low as possible. 26, 25 and dropping. My chance to pen you should also be dropping, because your angle is increasing. Jean-Bart, I need you to retask to go after the Markgraf. With high explosive, yes. Their main tower has already been damaged, and I want to do a bit more. Nope. Chance to pen 54, chance to pen me 25. Very good. Keep that up. Alright, their cruiser is gone. That means that the other battleships can also get into this fight against their battleships. Keep burning off that superstructure. Because right now I'm not that likely to pen. And not that likely to flood as a result. Oh, shit, they destroyed the main tower on the Jean-Bart. That's problematic. Because the Jean-Bart already had a weaker hull because she already took some flooding. If this persists, then I could lose the Jean-Bart. Where's your buddy? Oh, the Terrible also got flooded. Jean-Bart, I might need you to lay off for a while. Ship is continuing to burn. At this angle, our chance to pen is ridiculously bad. There we are. Fire. High explosive does a lot more. Some of their deck has absolutely no integrity left. Their second turret got knocked out. Uh-oh. I don't like this one bit. Jean-Bart, slow. I'm currently struggling to get the Jean-Bart out of the action. The only thing I can really do is slow down while trying to stay bow in. The moment that I start turning away to disengage, I'm in trouble. Because when I do that, I open up the starboard or port side of the ship and give them a perfect opportunity to do a lot of damage. And most likely cause flooding. Which would be the death of the Jean-Bart. So I'm hoping that the Terrible can take up the slack. Ideally quickly. And make a bit more of a nuisance of herself than the Jean-Bart is, so that she can attract more fire. Even though her superstructure also has taken quite a beating. But not as much as the Jean-Bart, because let's have a look at that. That main tower is just toast. There's nothing left. Destroyed another main gun. That's their bow gun, and their stern gun also looks blackened. Yeah, this thing is gonna start to succumb pretty soon. Keep making dents in it. Feels like these battles take far longer than the other ones do. We've been fighting for a little over an hour. Or at least the timer started a little over an hour ago. Doesn't mean we actually started the battle then, because I couldn't detect them right from the get-go. At this angle, high explosive. Oh, damage to the main gun and flooding on the Mecklenburg. Considering that she is not very well defended against flooding. And that it seems to be more than one compartment. Oh, shit. Oh! Yep. That was about to happen. Shit. Well, there goes my 29 million bid. Destroyed secondary tower. Very good. My chance to pen is still 54. Your chance to pen me is now 30-ish. Everybody who still has firepower, focus it on the Mecklenburg. I need to get rid of some of these guns. Because the Markgraf... Hold. The Markgraf doesn't have any main guns left. She only has secondaries. The 10 and the 12 are gone. So she's effectively firing 5-inch guns at me. Which means that she's going to have a really tough time trying to pen me. Oh, come on. Do better. 40%. Do better. 48% chance to hit. Destroyed another main gun. Destroyed a secondary tower again. Ship is burning. Ship is supposedly flooding, but I don't see it. Damage to the funnel. Ship's burning again. Mecklenburg is really a burning wreck at this point. More flooding. There we go. 29, 24, 18. Yes. Get it? Get it. There we are. Now we finish off the Markgraf from various different angles, making sure she has no real good angle to keep her safe. Hopefully. Some of the ships are still firing high explosive, like the ships that are trailing her. Gaulois. Gaulois set to auto. Oh, we got her. She has 4 compartments flooding up quickly. So she is going to succumb to that flooding. She fought a good fight. I mean, look at that thing. That is a pretty wrecked warship. She's down to 17% buoyancy, 18. She's still fighting it, but her whole bow is on fire. And it's spreading towards the stern. Continuing high explosive salvos. Destroyed casemate fire, flooding. That's the second to stern compartment flooding. And... got her. Sinking. Okay, so, new math. 4 times 5.8. Because that's the new price of my ships. Let's draw this thing up and see how many points I got. Or rather, what my final bid is to the Spanish. So, 4 times 5.8. That means 23.2 million. And one... twice 5.8, so I could have done this a bit easier, because my one battleship counts as double. So that's another twice 5.8 is 11.6. So my total bid to the Spanish equals 34.8 million. That is what the other content creators have to beat. Now you can find them linked down below in the description to see what they have designed and how they have tackled this challenge. I'm really looking forward to see what they built, so be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and want to support the channel, links down below in the description in various ways that you can support me. I would really appreciate it. And of course, more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail coming soon. I hope that you're going to watch those as well. See you then.